And we are back with our part two series of painting the Knicks door. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, as you guys can see, this was, if you guys haven't seen part one, definitely go back and check it out. But obviously, it just didn't turn out right. I didn't like anything about the stencils. I honestly, I really didn't like it at all. And I was honestly feeling a little discouraged, because I haven't done anything like on this caliber, and also this has just been a completely new experience for me, so it was definitely some learning curves. But I actually really love these projects. I think that they're really good for character building, and I love the final result. I really do. I love seeing what's in my head come into real life. So as you guys can see, I am sanding down the stencils because the door is already so full of paint that it just wouldn't have made sense to go back over it without at least sanding it down first. So I did sand down all of the areas to a good amount, and then I just went on ahead and I put some more blue on all of the different areas. So I went in with one coat, I allowed it to dry, and then I just went in with a second coat, and I really, really, really made sure to let it dry this time, because that is one of the ways that I went wrong last time. I didn't allow things to dry. So this is what it looks like after I sanded it down and I covered it up. I know that there's still little areas, but y'all know me, I'm definitely going to fix it. But in the meantime, while that was drying, I went on ahead and I worked on the other side of the door, because I didn't even get to the other side of the door last time because I was just feeling so tired and discouraged. I was like, you know what? I just need to stop and come back. And so, as you guys can see, this is me fooling with these stencils, and I am not going to lie, you guys, these stencils gave me a run for my money. And I've done stencils before, but for some reason, I don't know if it was the paint, I don't know if it was the stencils and how large they were. I don't know what it was, but I really had to figure it out. And it was actually quite a bit of trial and error, which unfortunately I didn't film, just because sometimes when you're just in the project, you're in the project. Okay. But I ended up waiting for maybe like 30 seconds to a minute with the fan on. And then I took it off, and that's what I got. And I just didn't like it. So I just ended up wiping it off and kind of starting all over. And really, what you're seeing is just me just retrying and retrying and retrying until I get it right. So eventually I came up with this idea of, well, you know what? The stencils don't look that bad. I just think that when I take them off, I just need to clean them up a little bit. So I got some Q-tips, and what I would do is when I would take them off, I would just take the Q-tips and I would just clean them up just a little bit where I felt like it really needed to. So it could look really precise, and it actually started to come together. So I'll definitely show you guys the other side, but I felt like the other side had dried. And so I was like, let me go ahead and prep for my next part of the next phase of the door, because there was a reason why I didn't sand off the, what is that, the 3 and the 8. You're gonna see why, but basically I was like, you know what, let me give this door 2 different stories, right? I was like, when you look at one side of the door, I wanted to tell one story, and then on the other side of the door, I wanted it to tell something completely different. So I was like, you know what, I am just gonna like cover the whole top of this, the orange, right? The New York Knicks orange. And I absolutely loved it as it was going on. I was like, yes, I'm so glad I chose to do this versus the first design, because again, one, I didn't have to work with as many stencils, and two, I just felt like you could really get with the theme of the door, right? Like, I really wanted this to be very Knicks forward, and I really wanted this to be a really good door that my clients would love, especially since the Knicks just won the championships, right? And they made history. And so I wanted this door to definitely tell that story, and I definitely wanted the door to give that vibe. So I went on ahead, and I think I did a total of like 3 coats, and I followed the same process. I painted, I allowed it to dry, and did the same thing. And on the other side, I decided that I wanted to do like a horizontal, just like a like a border, right? Of course, little dance break. And I just did the same thing. Like I prepped it, painted it, and this is how it turned out, guys. I am actually I'm so freaking proud of this door. I think it turned out great. This has really been a challenging project, but I am so freaking proud of myself. I love this door. I think it's very Knicks forward. And if you guys are looking for something like this, definitely book me. Thank you.